Well, hello, everybody. I'm kidding. Actually, it's Cadma from APPLETINI and Video Game Con. I'm here with Jeff Ryan, who's written some very intriguing books. You guys know I love my books. We're going to talk about the first one. Speaking of, shout out to Nintendo. Tell my viewers a little bit more about your book here.
This is Super Mario, How Nintendo Conquered America. This begins in 1980 when Nintendo of America is 6 people in a warehouse trying to sell a bad video game. By 1981, they've made $180 million selling a little thing called Donkey Kong, which introduced Mario to the world.
God. So what I want to know is what sort of put you on to putting this kind of book together? I mean, because everyone thinks of Nintendo, think of the new things, but you don't really hear people talking about the actual history of like the making of it.
I was a video game reviewer way back when, and at my job, I was an office job, but I wasn't allowed to review video games at work, so all I could do was read about video games instead of actually playing them. And the more I read, the more I realized, oh, you can learn about the whole history of everything just by looking at what Nintendo did with its Mario games. That tells a story of not just of Nintendo, not just of gaming, but of all of culture of the last 30 years.
So what was the most intriguing thing that you read in their history that maybe surprised you that would surprise our viewers as well?
The most influential game of all time, according to the Guinness Book of World Records, is Mario Kart. Within 2 years of Mario Kart coming out, there were over 50 other kart racing games. Everyone copied Mario Kart. Everyone.
Wow, I have this one theory in case if Nintendo is watching. I would really appreciate if you guys would make a cell phone, so in case if it drops again, I know it's going to last. Please, just make me a cell phone. That's incredible to know that, you know, you are literally the game changer of everything and everyone else starts copying you, which is pretty much what everyone does anyway. What's the most favorite fact that you learned about, besides the Mario Kart, about Nintendo that you were like, this is pretty flippin' awesome that you put in your book as well?
The person that Mario is named after is the landlord of their very first warehouse. And his name is Mario Segali. The man died recently, but his last name begins S-E-G-A. His last name is Sega, but he was Nintendo's spokesperson, mascot, namesake.
Seriously?
Yep.
Okay, that is awesome. As a side note to viewers, my cameraman Ralph, I've trained his daughter to call him Super Mario because of his mustache. And that is super cool. Oh my God. No, wait. Okay, so where can I get this book? Because now I'm just...
You can get it online. It's at libraries. You can get it on Amazon. There's an Audible version also.
Okay, I need to read this book because I feel like you just blew my mind away with that Sega comment and then the Mario. Now you've changed my life now. So now... He only went into chapter 3. Now that's a complete tease. I have to give you credit. It's a very good tease. Now for a mouse divided. I can't help it. That's a terrible Mickey Mouse. Disney's gonna give me a call like, Bitten Apple, you are not funny, but it's cool though. Call me.
So the new one is called A Mouse Divided. This is about how Walt Disney came to be. He had a best friend named Oob Iwerks. No one has ever heard of that name. You have to Google it and you'll have like 8 different Googles before you get the name right because it's just such a crazy, weird name. He's a fascinating guy. He invented so many things of the 20th century, including Mickey Mouse himself. And he drew every single frame of the first Mickey Mouse appearance because all of the other animators had quit.
He's like the guy. So what happened with him?
He got into a fight with Walt Disney. They had been friends for 10 years, but because they were butting heads over Mickey Mouse's success, they decided to go their separate ways. He owned 1/5 of Disney, and he sold it just so that he wouldn't have to deal with Walt anymore. He sold it for $3,000. If he held on to it, it'd be worth $32 billion. Billion with a B.
I think his kids are very upset with him right now. They're just like, Dad, you really screwed the pooch on this one. Oh my God, that's incredible. Incredible story. How long does it take you to, I guess, do this thorough research? I mean, because you're finding things that most people are, they're not going to find on their normal Wikipedia page. How long does it take you to put all this research together?
This one took me about 7 years, but I've realized that at a certain point I just need to cut bait and say this is good enough to go out. So I'm trying to shorten the time. I'm working on a book now that hopefully will be done by the end of the year.
7 years. Oh my God, that is now you know it's definitely worth reading because there's so much time and effort put into this. What is another fact that you would say that people would be surprised about that they would learn more about in your book?
Mickey Mouse is African American.
Wait, what?
Mickey Mouse is black. Minnie Mouse is black. All of the early cartoon characters were based on the idea of the minstrel show. And they took the best aspects of that and they created not just vaudeville, but Mickey Mouse in the early cartoons. And we've forgotten about that because we don't like to talk about the minstrel show because we don't want to talk about blackface. But when we ignore that, we also ignore the positive aspects that have come out of the culture of the early 19th and early 20th century, including the fact that Mickey Mouse and all the other great cartoon characters way back when are African American. Mickey's black.
Oh my God, you just changed February for so many people. Oh my God, I'm in great cosplay. Oh my God, that is intense. And that's a lot to learn. I mean, I've learned so much just by standing next to him. I feel smarter. I'm so proud of myself. Yeah, and now you have your books also in Japanese and Portuguese, I believe, as well. Which books do you have available in Japanese and Portuguese?
The Mario book is available in Japanese and Portuguese and in Chinese and Korean also.
Oh my God! Everyone needs to read these books for what you're working on now and to keep up with the next research. Because the truth is, my camera guy loves doing research. So you and him would be like best friends. Like, you know what I found the other day ago? I've discovered this. Like, you guys would be perfect for each other for that. Like, he does it to me all the time. So to keep up with what you're doing, with the next stuff that you're researching and writing, where can people come find you?
I'm at amousedivided.com and I'm on Twitter at Jeff__Ryan. Unfortunately, the other Jeff Ryans were taken, but if you type Jeff Ryan, I should hopefully come up.
Wait, we have to battle him now because now we're gonna have to tell the documentary story of Jeff Ryan and why there's 2 underscores. And what are the other hobbies that you have that you love to research and learn about?
Right now I'm reading all about Star Wars because I'm working on a book about Star Wars.
Ooh, okay, that sounds like questions I can ask off camera. I'm sorry, guys. I definitely love this, and I love the fact that you do have them in multiple languages, so this way people can learn about the history of Nintendo and actually learn more facts about Mickey Mouse. I mean, there's so much I didn't know. It's just like, holy crap, man. You're really mind-blowing. I love that. Make sure you guys follow up with them. Let's find out what's going on with that Star Wars book. Very curious about this. Remember, Jeff__Ryan. Jeff_Ryan, we're coming for you. We just feel like he should have it first. That's all I'm putting out there. Thank you so much, and I'm looking forward to the other books that you have coming out.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.